The Agreement Frame, or How to Handle Objections with a Smile, by Alan Meyer. When it comes to selling, what exactly is an objection? If we can truly understand what we are dealing with when a prospect makes an objection, then it will be easier to handle and use to your advantage in the appropriate situation. Well, not all objections should be received as a negative blow to your sales presentation. In fact, most objections can be dealt with effectively and are actually a positive sign that your client is showing some interest. In other words, if the product or service that you are offering holds no appeal to the client, they will simply not object and will have no desire to continue the conversation with you. When people say no, they are not rejecting you personally, they are rejecting the business proposal that you have. And if an objection can be removed from the conversation between you and your prospect, the resistance will begin to break down as the proposition automatically becomes more attractive. And today I will introduce you to the agreement frame, the way you can communicate differently with your clients and still being able at the end to lead your clients to your desired outcome. Did you know that 44% of salespeople give up after the first objection? Another 22% of salespeople give up after the second objection. 16% of salespeople give up after the third, and 10% of all salespeople give up after the fourth objection. Only 8% of salespeople are left to sell after 4 objections. 8%. Regardless of the type of your business, it is a common fact that in any business, roughly 20% of salespeople produce 80% of total sales. It's 80-20 rule, or so-called Pareto rule. Now, today, I'm changing this rule to 92-8% rule. The 8% of salespeople who don't give up after hearing 4 no's or 4 objections are making all the money because they are persistent and they know how to approach their clients from different angles. Today, the objection handling skills are more crucial than ever. If you are like most sales professionals, you are always looking for new and better ways to handle customer objections and close the sale. And today, I'd like to introduce you to the agreement frame technique that can help you handle objections with a smile. What is the agreement frame? Simply replacing but with and. What I mean by that? Everyone sees things from a different point of view. Expressing a different point of view can easily escalate into conflict if not carefully managed, especially if the other person's opinion have a lot of emotion attached to them. Usually, when people disagree with someone, they use the word but to preface their own viewpoint. Have you ever heard from your spouse, "Honey, I love you, but..." I know trouble is coming my way when I hear these words. But the word but has the effect of erasing the internal representation of what has been said before it. Here are some examples. Your monthly report looks good, but you need to take some time to improve it. Alan, your presentation was great and we like your product, but we will pass on it. This house is great, but we're not ready to buy it this time. Not surprisingly, people don't care for having their truth blotted out. They may feel disregarded, disrespected, and angry. If you want to express your viewpoint while acknowledging another person's right to hold a different view, you can use the agreement frame, which uses and in place of but. This is the agreement frame, and it's a much better way of responding to any sales objections. In responding to your customers, try to replace but with and. Once you change the but to an and, your response will sound less confrontational, and you will be acknowledging what the customer has just said, and you're more likely to get your outcome. Here are some examples. I agree. If you actually agree with the other person's point but want to add a different perspective. Dear customer, I agree with you. And have you considered that it could also appear like this? I agree it is expensive product, and that means you will get a better quality. I agree the investment you make is large, and I believe it's the right size for achieving return surpassing your set target return. I agree that my objection handling course is expensive, and that is why it is packed full of so much useful information. Another way of responding to your client is to show them respect. If you want to show that you find something to respect in what your customer has said, despite disagreeing with him or her, say something like this. I respect your honesty in saying that, and you may want to be aware of this different viewpoint or different feature. I appreciate. If you cannot find anything to agree with your customer, you can at least acknowledge the other person's opinion. I appreciate the depth of your convictions about this, and I know you will respect other people's right to a different view, and here is my view. What we do by saying I agree, we state your customer's point of view, and then we add and follow it by our own desired outcome. So your customers will stop listening when they hear the word but from you. They feel the confrontation is coming out of your mouth and they are preparing another rebuttal. You are avoiding confrontation and resistance by using and instead of but, and keep your customer involved in what you are saying. Your customer's mind will be in a receptive state to hear how you agree with them and makes them more open to your suggestions. Now, try to use the phrase I disagree with your customers, and you will hear and feel the defensiveness in their words and behavior. And that's not the way to get your customers to work with you, isn't it? The secret of the agreement frame is in maintaining rapport with your customers. You are verbally pacing with your customers, and then you lead them where you want the conversation to go. You lead your customers to your desired outcome. Here is homework for you. Become more aware of when you use the word but when you speak with your friends or family or coworkers. Count the number of buts you use on a daily basis and decide not to use the word but for a whole day. It will not be easy, I can guarantee you that. Use but only when you want to disagree with someone and when you want to break rapport. Another homework for you is this. Create your own objection handling scripts by using the agreement frame. You will sound less confrontational and you will be able to handle all objections you hear from your customers with a smile on your face. And you will maintain rapport with your clients and lead them to your desired outcome. This is Alan Meyer, and you can reach me out via email alan@alanmeyer.com. I encourage you also to visit weeklysalestips.tv, where you can subscribe to my free weekly sales tips. Also, meyersalstraining.com is a great resource for upcoming free trainings and in-house trainings that we are offering. Remember that our motto is that we make salespeople. They are not born, they are made, and we make them with our advanced and powerful sales training. Also, you can visit my award-winning blog, alanmeyer.com, where you can find the newest books and free reports. Thank you so much for listening. Please follow me on Twitter, where I have over 25,000 followers, or on Facebook, or I encourage you to reach out and connect with me via LinkedIn. Thank you for listening.